if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Let's go. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to the Peti Kish on Live. I'm back with another one, guys. I don't have a video camera today, guys. I'm still getting through this cold I have. It's been a rough week for me, just in general. If you hear in my voice, you will know. It's been rough. I'll talk about in a more detailed, like what really happened, because it all started from, I would say, around Sunday, Mother's Day, to like even now. I'm still going through it. So this cold is it's a bit of a long way to go. I'm getting better each day, so the recovery is getting there. It's just there's things I can do and things I can't. But besides that, it's just a cold, guys. I'm good though. But besides that, we're doing the show. We're live for this one, guys. There's a lot of things to go through, topics of the week, and a lot to do. So I'm just going to have my avatar character in the background. You're just going to hear my voice. And that's pretty much it. So you're not really going to get reactions at all today. There's not going to be a video. I'll show you some stuff, though, when we talk about topics, but I won't be showing my face. So that's the only difference today. Besides that, I had a struggle through this week. I started to make a video. Yes, I started to make videos again, guys. Pretty insane. I know. Like, wow, what a difference. No, I just started to do a video. I was struggling through that video as well. And yeah, it's pretty good. I hope you guys can check out the video. Let me bring it up for you guys real quick here. I'm trying to find it where I can get you a good one. Maybe I'll just do my post. Maybe I'll just do the post. All right, that's better. There we go. All right, so here we go. Also, guys, before we do anything else, you know the drill. You know what to do. Like the stream, as well as sub if you're new here. I appreciate it very much. It does help a lot. Anything, commenting, chatting, anything on this channel you do helps the channel a bit each day. I really appreciate it, guys. I thank you so much. All right. Here we go. So, let me... How do I zoom in this? Okay, here. I'm talking to myself. Here. So, here you go, guys. So, new video is up now for the massive Capcom roadmap leaks with Devil May Cry, Resident Evil 10, and more remakes. So, there's the thumbnail for it. It's pretty much the same. You got Dante here saying jackpot, and then you have crazy Capcom roadmap leaks. So some people are like, I don't really care. They could be false. They could be real. It's just the fun of thinking it and speculating about it, I think, is the best part. Will it be probably an outdated video in the future? Probably. But I just wanted to make one real quick because there's a lot of things that came up, especially if you're a fan of Devil May Cry and Resident Evil. So, yeah, definitely check that video out. It's pretty good. It's not getting much views. It's probably because the algorithm's fucked, because I'm not posting enough videos or making more videos. So I'd appreciate if you guys definitely check that video out. Give it a like and all that too. It'd be really good. I need to push that to the algorithm for sure. But yeah, there you go, guys. If I pause by any chance, I'm drinking water or I'm blowing my nose or, different things. It's not because I just stopped because I stopped. There's a reason why I stopped, okay? So I'll let you guys know that. If I'm coughing, maybe that's also one. I mute myself. I'm just letting you guys know. There you go. Like and sub, guys. Once again, just do it. Just do it. It really helps. All right. I'm back. Okay. So, let's see what we got here today. So, yeah, I got this cold going, and I asked a lot of my friends, a lot of other people are getting these colds too. I don't know what's going on. It started as like an allergy, and then it started to become something else. So, I don't know what's going on. I've been taking my vitamins and all sorts of things. I'm getting better each day. I'm still recovering, but I don't know what's going on. It's like some sort of weird thing going around now. This cold. It's nothing like too severe. It's just a minor flu, and it's weird. It started right after, actually, which I will be talking about today, about Mortal Kombat 2 movie. I saw that on Saturday. I went to the movie theater to watch it. And then right after that, like a couple of, probably the day after, like on Mother's Day around that time, I started getting weird, like I would sneeze and my throat was itchy and all sorts of dumb shit happened. So that's when, I was like, uh-oh, this is not good. So because I usually never get sick. I never get sick, guys. If I do get sick, it's a reason like something's weird. But I usually never get sick. I'm very healthy in general. I am a very healthy person. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know. I don't know what the heck is going on. Some sort of dumb shit. Dumb ass. Allergic. Severe seasonal flu. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'm going through it right now. Okay. So, let's go through some things today because there's a lot to go through. I think we should start with indies of the week. I have a couple here pulled up. So, I'm going to try to find it for you guys. Okay. All right, guys. Real quick here. All right. All right, guys. Here we go. Indies of the week. Here you go.
For the Indie Game of the Week.
All right. There you go, guys. Here we start with the first one. This game just came out. It's called Dead House Sonata. It's getting mixed right now at the moment. It just came out May 14th. So I don't know if it's good or not. Again, it's an early access game. And of course, early access can be mixed. Could be bad, could be good. It's all over the place. This game could be good, could be bad. The only reason why I am interested in this game, we'll watch the trailer for it. So it is the creator of Legacy of Kain. Legacy of Kain is back. He's also the guy that created Eternal Darkness. If you remember that crazy game on GameCube, it's also that game, the Eternal Darkness game. So that game was really insane. The mechanics they used to do, the insanity meter and all that. Become the undead in a third-person, narrative-driven action RPG where your choices shape your legend and the world around you. Feed to grow stronger. Embrace, excuse me. Embrace powerful classics and carve your path alone or in co-op through a dark realm filled with secrets. So yes, this is by him. This is his new studio, Apocalypse Studios. And it's getting mixed reviews, which I don't know. It's probably because it's very bare bones at the moment, I'm guessing. And that's why. It's more of like wait and see kind of deal. But let's just watch the trailer and you guys can make up your mind what you think about it when you watch this trailer. All right, here you go, guys.
Mankind is fallen, buckled under the weight of their own corruption. The ruins of their empire now serve as a breeding ground for abominations. These creatures spill forth as a hideous mass of bloated bodies and mutated limbs in service to the Ancient of Dreams, in enmity to the Ancient of Death. Yet horrid though they may be, they still bleed, and for that, they are but prey to a vampire. Should this magic touch an enemy, rot and decay will slowly eat at their flesh.
To El Sabaoth, the Allfire, whose house is Imperium.
The Red Lady has accepted your sacrifice. Go forth and shed more blood in her name.
Okay, so yeah, that's the game. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks like one of those old like PS2 RPG style games back in the day. Kind of gives me that vibe. I don't know. It just feels like that vibe of those old PS2 games, like straight up. And there you go, Dennis Deck. There's the dev, the guy who created the game. Yeah, so it's cool. You're kind of like this vampire dude. You use like tarot cards to upgrade and do things with the game. I don't know. It looks interesting. I think this game could be something, but you know, there's a huge market with this. This is again a story kind of RPG, you know, but you can have co-op features in it, which is really cool. It's like it's a narrative-driven game too, so it probably has like MMO features to it, and there's co-op things. And there you go. There's the games he worked on before. We saw it right there. He worked in Eternal Darkness, Legacy of Kain. What is this? Torch Human or Toot Human? And I remember this, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, which I know some people hate on this game, but I like this game. I don't care. I know it's a little much, but I still like the GameCube version of Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, this game looks pretty good though. You know, just because I like the devs who worked on, those games before and whatever, this could be still interesting, kind of style of game. I don't mind it. But then again, of course, I'm not really into MMOs anymore. I used to play MMOs a lot back in the day when I was like a kid, pretty much. I was really into like some of these MMOs. Now I don't have much time to generally play MMOs. So again, if feels like an MMO, it's going to be a little difficult for me. But I just wanted to show you guys, if you're not, again, the game's called Dead House Sonata. Check it out if you want. It's $20 right now, so you can check it out. It's not too bad of a price tag. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about that one. All right, next one. I didn't want to do that. Oh. I didn't want to do that. My bad. I'm glitching out, guys. Sorry. So we have this next one here. This game came out in 2024, and I just saw it. I never even heard of this game until now. This is what's interesting about indie games. You never hear about these games, and somehow on Steam, you just get notified, or you just look at the section of what's like discounted or whatever. And this game gave positive reviews. So this game is called Nine Souls. Is a lore-rich, hand-drawn 2D action platformer featuring Sekiro-inspired deflection-focused combat. Embark on a journey, Eastern fantasy, explore the land once home to an ancient alien race, and follow a vengeful here's a quest to slay the 9 souls I can't speak. Formidable rulers of the Forsaken Realm. And it has like some cartoon animations, but the animations look kind of dope. So here you go, guys. Check this out for this game. So this one's 9 souls. Sorry, guys. I was muted. Oh, fuck. I was muted. But 9 souls... that pissed me off. I was muted. Damn it. I'm going to cut that part out. So 9 souls, guys. Great game, again. Definitely check it out. It was like $12.99. You can check it out. Or $11.99 on sale. Now we got Open Waters. This game is not out yet, but I just saw this on my feed. It's called Open Waters. Let me just read this again then. Open Waters is a first-person ocean survival horror game. Stranded in a small boat, you must navigate treacherous waters, evade creatures of the deep, and find your way back to safety before the ocean drags you into its depths. This game is horrifying already because I'm not a big fan of open ocean environments. Like every time it gives me nausea. It's like anything else. It's like not heights. It's not anything. It's open ocean and nothing to be seen. You don't know what's underneath you. You don't know what's happening. It's actually terrifying. A terrifying concept. But we're going to watch the trailer. It's planned to release date. It's not announced yet. You can wish list it. But, oh my God, this game looks terrifying. I think it's supposed to be played by people that have phobias, I would say. But also, this seems to be very crazy in that aspect. Let's check out the trailer for it. I'm already spooked. Damn, that's scary. It's just scary because you don't know what's underneath you and what creatures can come. It looked like a huge kind of like fish that has like I forgot what those fish called with the light source on top, like an angler fish or whatever. It looked like a big version of that, but they made it into like a horror game. Like this is actually a real thing, and like playing this game, I'd probably feel sweaty too, because they made it like realistic looking too at the same time, because the water looks insane, but also like, oh, it's just you have nothing. You have this little radio or this little signal sonar thing, and then you have a compass, and then he had like a hammer and a gun, and at the end you saw he actually found one of these little plants and he went up to get like a signal. Oh, it sounds horrible. It's like Sons of the Forest, but with water. It sounds horrible and actually frightening to see and play. But yeah, this one, keep your eyes peeled for this one. It could be a stinker, but who knows? Might be good. Let me see about it, because there was another here post. I'm still pissed about that. My mic was muted, because I'm gonna have to cut that part out. Here we go. There's another one with Pirate Nation posting as well. Trailer for Open Waters is a first-person ocean survival horror game stranded in a small boat on a vast and beachless ocean. Players must navigate through a mini map without a mini map. So you don't get a mini map. Rely sorely on a compass, the stars, environmental sounds, the scattered notes to find their way. The experience centers on, I don't know what that word is, thylosophobia, the fear of deep open waters. Well, put me on that boat, guys, because I am also part of that. I've had times where this just is a no-go. Like, I watch movies and stuff, but like in reality, I would be shitting myself, peeing myself, everything, because this is a no-go for me. Nope. Let's see what they say here in the comments. Okay, this actually looks good, like a really good. Yes, this is the greatest phobia made manifest in video game form. What a great night for a nightmare. So this, I think a lot of people will actually get scared. This is actually a scary game because it's not just like they make it scarier than it needs to be, but in reality, it'd probably be like that. So the premium for this game sounds like it'll be something I'd probably enjoy watching someone play. I'd rather know that if it was a me who was doing the playing, I'd get bored rather quickly, as it isn't the type of game I'd enjoy playing, though. Yeah, I feel like if you know what you're doing, this game could be very easy. And you could probably beat it real quick. But yeah, physics in jellyfish. What the heck? I'm not sure I could handle this without freaking out. Yeah, this is a whole nother level. Like, I'm surprised there's not many games like this yet, you know, these kind of horror games. But of course they have like BioShock. They have like all these water kind of elements to it, but this one's just pure like, here's an open ocean, try to find your way out and survive. It's like, yikes. Yikes. Like, this is just crazy. Crazy. But yeah, I thought it was interesting to show off. But yeah, that's it for indie games of the week, guys. That's it for that. Not much I found besides those. Let's get to the next topic here, guys. I just saw this was posted, and I can't believe this was posted. I just saw this. So let me zoom in for you guys. Pirate Nation posted this. Lionsgate is making the Expendables an all-female spin-off of the Expendables. Expendables to the Expendables. Expendabellas. Okay, so it's the female version. Okay. I mispronounced it. Expendabellas is an all-female spin-off of Expendables. I've heard of this for years. This is not new, but okay. The story takes place in the late 1990s during Y2K fears and world tensions, as it shows the origin of the new team of tough female action heroes to help grow the franchise. This project is in the early development with producers Hadi Yo Markel and Glenn Gaynor after Lionsgate bought the rights. So I think this is gonna be horrible. Expendables, like, for its time, it was fun and all, but over the years, Expendables started to dwindle, and it wasn't as good anymore. Now, female cast, they did this with the Ocean's 11 franchise. They had Ocean's 8 with that all-female cast, and that was a horrible movie. I couldn't even watch that. It was just trash. I tried finishing it. I couldn't even finish that movie at all. It was so bad. It was a trash-ass movie. So, see, Ocean's 12 to 13, you know, I think the first one's still the best one, but still, whatever. Expendables, yeah, it's just action heroes and stuff, but is there actually any action female hero, like action star female characters? actors out there? I don't think so. I think you had that back in the day, with a lot of stars that did have these. You had Underworld, you had Terminator, you had Alien or Aliens, you had, I'm trying to think of Tomb Raider. You had a lot of these kind of female, I would say female sort of actiony stars to play these characters. You could even had people from Fast and Furious too in there. There's a lot of people that you could put. Now, I couldn't even tell you who it would be. Like what, Scarlett Johansson? Like who would you put in for here? Like seriously, who? Scarlett Johansson is the first one because the new Jurassic World movie. Like who else could you put in here? Like actually, like think about it. Who could you put in here that would have a huge female cast? You gotta put some interesting names there. Probably Jennifer Lawrence because she is the first action heroine ever created. The meme with her with Hunger Games. Probably Jennifer Lawrence, Scarlett Johansson, probably Mila Jovovich because all the Resident Evil stuff. I'm telling you, but all these actors, I'm just telling you right now, like they're just older now. They're just, Jennifer Lawrence might be the younger one there, but still, they're all older now. Like we want then again, Expendables also had some older actors in there. I don't know who they can put. They could add a lot of females in there, but I don't know who. It's like, if you want to actually get people invested, I don't know who you would put in here. Like, what kind of action star female characters would you put? It doesn't make no sense, and there's not really much. What, Zendaya or Sydney Sweeney? Like, I don't think them when I think action stars per se. I don't know. It's very weird. I don't know. But I've heard about this for a while, this rumor, so it might be actually coming to be true. It's probably going to be a train wreck, though, if it does happen, but it is what it is with that one. That one's insane. Let me see how we're doing with time. Okay, we gotta go because I lingered too long with some topics here, guys. Let me get into here we go. So I covered last week the eBay buyout, GameStop trying to buy eBay or whatever to be intertwined with them. It seems now Insider Gaming has this post, and I've seen this everywhere else, that eBay rejects GameStop acquisition bid. So eBay does not want to work with GameStop. eBay wants GameStop to get lost. A week after GameStop announces that inquiry, eBay, the online auction website, has officially rejected the proposal. The denial comes after what eBay said was a thorough review with the support of its financial and legal advisor. In a statement denying the proposal, eBay's chairman of the board and director said that the offer lacked credibility. Well, I'm not surprised. We have concluded that your proposal is neither credible nor attractive. eBay is a strong, resilient business that has delivered meaningful results over the past several years. Pressure said, we have sharpened our strategic focus, strength, enhanced our marketplace and seller experience, and consistently returned capital to shareholders, blah, 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 blah. So They denied it. eBay doesn't want to get that GameStop money. So they're like, nope, it wasn't even worth it. We don't see any positives about it because GameStop, I thought, was already in bankruptcy and everything. So I don't know what the heck is going on. So I don't even know how GameStop even has that much money. But there you go. So the update is eBay canceled GameStop. It's not happening, guys. It's not happening. There you go. Just a quick one for that one. Another quick one here, guys. GTA 6 pre-order date has been leaked via Best Buy. So we already know GTA is coming out in November, obviously, but GTA 6 pre-orders have supposedly set to go live next week, starting May 18th, 2026. As a Best Buy email has leaked when you can place your pre-order. Plenty of people have been sent the email online, but Insider Gaming has since received the email, and we can independently verify that it's real. Sent out a affiliation. The email reveals the campaign is for none other than the highly anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6, with the pre-orders set to begin on May 18th, months before the game's November 19th release date. If pre-orders were to go live, it could very well rule out fears of another delay. So yeah, this is right now going around. GTA 6 trailer 3 could be around the corner. So this could be next week. We could be getting a GTA 6 trailer. If this is true that they are ramping up the pre-orders and GTA 6 advertisement. Because I remember like a couple of leaks ago, they were talking about GTA 6 will start ramping up. Since it's coming out November 19th, they're going to be ramping up a lot of advertisement for GTA 6 this summer. So it could already be starting out now. The pre-order news has once again got fans online speculating that the highly rumored trailer 3 could be right around the corner, with many suspecting that the trailer will close with the official pre-order announcement. The anticipation surrounding GTA 6 has only continued to grow in recent months. Of course. So yeah, we could be seeing one by next week or closer to June, I would say, like Summer Games Fest time. We might be seeing a trailer. Rockstar just randomly drops a trailer on Twitter or on YouTube or whatever. And there you go. You got GTA 6. And then there's going to be the pre-order now, coming for November 19th and all that. Now, we saw a little bit of the story. I think this one will be more character-driven. I would say maybe more show off more of the characters and more of just gameplay, I would say, like environments and stuff. I could see that being a thing. I don't know. Something like that, because they usually do that for the other ones. When GTA usually was dropping for 4 and 5, I think, the last time they were trying to do those. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Update on GTA 6. GTA 6. Wow. Updates. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, we got another one here by Nintendo's. So this is by Insider Gaming again. Nintendo's stock plummets after disappointing Switch 2 forecast. Uh-oh. No! What happened?
Huh?
What happened? I thought because you guys brought the cost up of Switch 2, it's going to sell even more, right? Who said that? This is reality. You bring things up, more people, it's going to get worse. So a new report notes that Nintendo shares are diving after a forecast revealed decline in hardware and software sales due to rising memory chip costs. Okay, they're just saying that it's the cost. But I think it's more than that too. Nintendo recently revealed its financial results, which also included the announcement of Switch 2 price increase. Along with that, players were also informed about the company's earnings for the financial year and the projections for the next year, which was led to the stock tanking a dip. Fall by 10%, falling for. I heard 12%, but yeah. A new report indicates that Nintendo stock has experienced its most significant decline in 3 months. This drop occurred after projections indicate that declines in both hardware and software sales. Yes, because software is so expensive that no one's buying it. Now, the hardware, I could see some people actually getting. Software, I don't see people buying Switch 2 games. They're just playing old Switch games on Switch 2 because the software is too expensive. It's too expensive. Specifically, forecast estimates sales of 16.5 million units to the Switch 2. I'm telling you, the Switch 2, when it first came out, it was amazing how much Nintendo shills, but also just like people had FOMO to get the Switch 2. When I was like, dude, the Switch 2, you're getting it right now, but it's not really that big of a deal. Okay, the only reason, maybe, if you have the Nintendo membership, you can have that GameCube emulator. That's pretty badass. That's pretty cool. But besides that, like, having a lot of your Switch games play better, that is probably the net positive. Everything else with the Switch 2, there's no games on the Switch 2 that I'm like, I need to get a Switch 2 for this game. You know, there's no game like that. Still. Like Star Fox, maybe, but still, even then, I'm like, nope. I'm telling you, the Switch 2 is not the console or even the game that is like doing crazy. Maybe because it's expensive, maybe because I expect more from Nintendo, and Nintendo is just gives half-assed kind of things recently. Nintendo wasn't like this. Nintendo used to be always perfect, done this, done that. And most games are pretty perfect, usually. It's just, it feels like a lot of things feel half-assed now. I don't know. For some of these games. Console, 60 million units for software, largely due to the concerns about memory. Following this announcement, Nintendo stock fell by 10% in Tokyo, marking the lowest point since August 2024, when sales of the original Switch has begun to decline. Well, that's funny because you have a new console and it's still declining. That's funny, huh? How that works. So there is not a huge market for Switch 2. More people are still and then they increased the Switch 1 price, of course, because more people are still playing Switch 1s. They don't want to upgrade yet. There's no games that really interest them that much yet. So, again, this is not a surprise why it's not doing so well. And now they increased it. Of course it's going to start dwindling. Of course you're not going to get. You're going to have maybe you're going to have a crazy amount coming right now because the September 1st date when you increase, everyone's going to be like, "Oh, I need to get a Switch right now." And it's going to be for like a short term, it's going to be like, "Oh, we did well," but long term, you're not going to be doing well for long term. Like, that's what you should be looking at. How can we do a good profit for customers where it feels equal and feels authentic to have this amount and feels actually fair for the customer to have. So now they're doing these bundles. Now they're doing this and that. It's like, bro, you're trying. At least they're trying now with the digital physical thing where physical is a little bit more and digital is less. Okay, they're actually trying with that. I trying, but it's a little too late. Digital should always been cheaper than physical. That's just a given, but it was always physical and digital the same price, which is absolutely retarded, and it should never have been a thing, but it is what it is now, so. There you go, guys. Nintendo not doing so hot. Not doing so hot. Of course. Let's see here. Let me see here real quick, guys. I don't know if I'm looking at this correctly. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. This one's also by Pirate Nation. This one's about Shift Up and Stellar Blade 2. So Shift Up says the next Stellar Blade game is going well. The company will publish it itself worldwide. Yes, they moved away from Sony PlayStation now to publish it. Now they're their own publishers and their own devs. The first Stellar Blade was published by Sony. This time, Shift Up will handle everything. That means it will control marketing, global sales, and fan engagement. The company wants full control, do a better job, and sell more copies. Expect no censorship from Sony. Now, I would press doubt on that because there are other shareholders. If they're going public, they could still be censoring things in their own company themselves. Now, since they're so big, I don't know what they can do, but I still like Shift Up as a company. I still believe they can do good, but if there's pushback by some third party or something in general, not Sony anymore, this could be still a censorship problem. Who knows? Shift Up expects the sequel to perform much better than the first game, thanks to its large fan base. The original game is still selling well on PC and consoles. In the first 3 months of 2026, it generated 12.9 billion Korean won, or 27.3% of the company's total revenue for the period. The company plans to share more details about the Stellar Blade sequel and another game called Project Spirits later in 2026. Shift Up is also building its publishing team. It hired about 60 new developers through a partnership with Unbound, which is the one with the creator of Resident Evil. They teamed up as well. But yeah. So it's doing well. Stellar Blade 2 is happening. I wouldn't be surprised if we get something from Shift Up, from Unbound, or this new Project Spirit thing, Project Spirits, or Stellar Blade 2, anything like that. I wouldn't be surprised if we get something from Summer Games Fest with that as well. Like something to show off. But yeah, good for Shift Up. I'm glad they're not bending the knee no more. They're bending, if they bend the knee, they bend on their own terms now. So that's good. Cannot wait for another masterpiece. No more woke agenda slop. The game was never woke. I'm telling you, this game wasn't woke though. This game was not woke at all. The game was just censored. That's what pissed everyone off. Censorship is different, but okay. I'm glad they're self-publishing, and I cannot wait for a sequel. But yeah, there you go. The game's not woke, and it's not slop, it's not woke. It's just, it got censored. That's why people were pissed. It was censored. That was it. That was pretty much it, guys, for that one. Okay. Let's continue on. Holy shit, there's so much. There's so much, guys. I just saw this and I want to go through it. This is by Geeks and Gamers, this article here, and it says, The Batman Part 2 cast revealed by Matt Reeves. Sebastian Stan, Scarlett Johansson join returning players. returning players. So people are speculating on who Scarlett Johansson was going to play. I was thinking Poison Ivy, Vicky Vale, but apparently it's none of those. Let's see the cast right here. So Reeves, Robert Pattinson is back as Batman. Bruce Wayne is given. When this game came out, the first one, I thought it was pretty good. It was decent. I remember giving it decent. It's like a 50-50 movie. You know, it's not bad, but it's not good either. I thought it was just in between. I feel like it could have been good. I just did not like how the Riddler was portrayed. I didn't like how Riddler was portrayed at all. Some other characters, and I'm not really into like the emo Batman style. That wasn't my thing, but there we go. That's what I wanted to say. Now Jeffrey Wright back as Commissioner Gordon. Good, Jim Gordon. Sure, he did a really good job, even though he's kind of race swapped. I don't really care. I thought he did a good job in that one. Andy Serkis back as Alfred Pennyworth. Sure. I said Pennywise, Pennyworth. Sure, fine. Colin Farrell back as Oscorp. Oswald. Okay. The Penguin. Okay, cool. Yeah, he did really good. Penguin was such a good show. Holy shit, that show was phenomenal. Gil Perez, Abraham as Officer Martins, sure. Jeremy Larson as Mayor Bella Rail. Okay. Sebastian Stan as Harvey Dent. This is pretty good. So Bucky, Winter Soldier, himself is going to play Harvey Dent. I think that's a good choice. I think that's a good casting. That's not too bad, I think, for that one. I could see that work. Now here we go. Scarlett Johansson is Gilda Dent. So it's just Harvey Dent's wife, Two-Face's wife. Okay, sure. I'm giving some vibes of this. I'll wait until the end, but there's some vibes of this that I've watched before, like an animated or a comic before. Charles Dance as Christopher Dent. Sebastian's coach. Brian Tears as Henry. Sorry, I got a cough, guys. But yeah, Joker's also coming back. All that stuff. Now, the vibe I'm getting with all these actors and who they're playing, I could see this being a long Halloween story. If you ever watch that, there's a comic of it, and there is an animated movie. There's part 1 and part 2 of The Long Halloween. This could be sort of in the story of The Long Halloween, and that is a detective story straight up, trying to find out who's doing these crimes, who's murdering, all that. That could be very interesting and very good of a movie if it's told well. Because The Long Halloween was phenomenal. I really liked Long Halloween. I thought it was really good. I know some people will probably hate on it, but I thought it was really good as a detective story. But yeah, that's what we're probably going to get, I feel like. But yeah, that's the cast for it. And we don't know when it's going to come out either. This is not connected to James Gunn's DC universe, thank goodness. I'm more interested in this than on James Gunn. Anything James Gunn does anymore, I really don't give two craps about. This is more interesting, I think. But we will see when it comes out. We will see. We will see about that one. We got another one here, guys. I'm going to go through this real quick, but I thought this was super interesting. This is also by Insider Gaming, and I saw this popping up on a lot of people's Uncharted channels and people that like Uncharted. And this is crazy. Incredible Uncharted 4 documentary reveals huge gameplay and story differences in Amy Hennig's version. So this is very interesting. I highly recommend checking out this video. Who's this by? In covering Amy Hennig's Uncharted 4. This is by Hekapi. I highly recommend checking this video out. It's very long, but it's worth it if you're an Uncharted fan. It's crazy what he found. And the things he shows, I don't know how he got all this documents and video footage. He has actually parts of the game that was already like footage of the game and the actors playing the roles for a lot of characters that weren't in the original game. It was the one that was postponed, the older version. So it's incredible. So here we go. The Uncharted 4 we got is one of the best games of all time, and it is quite frankly incredible. I do like it. Even though I have problems with it, I do like it. I still think Uncharted 2, because of how big that was, Uncharted 2, and how crazy, I think Uncharted 2 is still top. Uncharted 4 might be second for me. However, we very nearly didn't get this version of Uncharted 4. And now the biggest drop of details ever has been revealed about Amy Hennig's version of game through an eye-opening documentary. I brought it to your Big Short that the Naughty Dog, blah, blah. Okay. So Amy Hennig, Uncharted 4 was quite different. First of all, huge credit needs to go to the Campy for the video. An hour 27-minute long Uncharted 4 documentary chronicles everything about Uncharted 4 pre and post Hennig's influence. They asked a simple question: what was Amy Hennig's vision of Uncharted 4? Now, I'm obviously not going into everything, as it would be one of the longest articles of existence. But throughout the duration of the video, we see a ton of behind-the-scenes development on the game, mocapping, cut content, and so much more. But here are some fun details about Amy Hennig's Uncharted 4. There are many levels that never made it into the game. Yes, I saw it. There are some levels in there that didn't make it, but most of everything that Neil Druckmann did is just copy and paste of Amy Hennig's like original concept. He just like mix match and changed some things around a little bit, tweaked it. That's it. Alternate story beats. Yes, because there was Cutter. Sam was more of a bigger focus as a villain until the very end. Rafe was still there. Cutter was there. Nadim was not there. Elena, Sully, Cutter, and Nate were all working together for this mission. Sam was side thing. Sam was pretty much the Nadine for Rafe. He wasn't a big focus yet, Sam. But in the original, in Uncharted 4, he did become a more focused character. Yeah, that stuff. Yeah. Rafe was going to be played by Alan Tudyk, not Warren Colt. We know this. I've known about this for a while. Sam Drake was originally going to be played by Todd Stashwick, not Troy Baker. We know this. That's true. I've talked about it for this in a while, for a while now. I don't know how long ago it was, but for a long time. Also, Sam was going to be more of a villain character, although he still displayed some of those traits in the full game. True. Uncharted 3's a cocky Charlie Cutter was supposed to return in Uncharted 4, but he revisited game scrapped scrap things, because the things I did see with Charlie Cutter were so. He just was a support role. There wasn't really much. He was just some comedy character, to be honest. There's not really much they did with Charlie Cutter. So yeah, he could have been just a comedy character again. And again, he was only in the beginning parts. At the end parts of the game when they're on the island, Cutter's not there anymore. So there you go. The cut content included new gameplay mechanics. It's the one where the backlash of why Drake's killing or Nate's killing a lot of people, and he has no remorse for it anymore. So half of the game you would just be stealth, no gunplay, and then there would be gunplay, and then some of the guns you can shoot to walls and bullets, and you could use them to climb areas with holes for climbing mechanics, but the devs couldn't figure out how to do it so you don't lose ammo to climb up. I don't know. It was kind of weird. That was a weird concept. The cut content included new gameplay mechanics. The hook shot thing, the grappler, that was still there. There was no playable orphanage section in the game. Is that a good or bad thing? It's whatever. It wasn't a big deal. That could have been just, to be honest, a cutscene. Not a big deal about that one. At 5:50, it shows early development footage of Reef, where Nathan Drake isn't doing normal work for a company in a regular day job. You're hunting with Elena and Sully underwater looking for the wrecks of Henry Avery's ship. There's also a part where they get a flashback and you play as Henry Avery during that time period. Kind of like an Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag kind of style. It was kind of like that. Things like that. That was in the game. There was an ATV section. There was some vehicles besides the Jeep and the motorcycle. But yeah. And there was also a mechanic where they dropped you on an island and you had to survive for a little bit. So you got knocked out. They drop you on an island to stay there to pretty much Left for Dead. And somehow you get your way back. There was a part like that. Kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean with Jack Sparrow. Kind of like that. If you have the time, I encourage you to watch the whole thing, even if you're not interested in Uncharted 4 or a franchise in general. Well, if you're not interested in the franchise, there's no point of watching this, to be honest. If you are a fan, then yes, this is a must-watch. An absorbing watch and show how different Uncharted 4 could have been. Here's the full thing. Is there any comments? No, there isn't. Yeah, so am I happy what we got with Neil? Yes and no. But I think I like this one, what we got with Uncharted 4 better, because it felt like the next evolution of Uncharted. Amy Hennick's version felt like just a continuation of the same globetrotting adventure story. Like nothing happened with Elena and Drake. They're just doing the same thing over and over. There was no stakes or anything. This one felt more grounded. It had more stakes. It felt like an ending. Where Uncharted 4 felt like every other game, and it didn't have an ending, to be honest. So I do like what they tweaked around, besides Nadine. Nadine was just stupid. The fighting parts with Nadine was a bunch of bullshit. Like, it was just stupid. I didn't like Nadine as a character either, really. It's like, yeah, she's fine, but it's like, that's definitely Neil Druckmann. He likes his strong woman. He loves all the strong women he puts in these games all the time. But in general, I think I like a lot of things they did with this game. I think it's very well, best gameplay wise, mechanically wise, everything. It felt like almost a reboot, I would say, of Uncharted. That it was sad that this was the last game. That's how good it was. Like, I would like to see them, if they could, remake with the same, characters and everything, but with this mechanics for Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, I would like to see them do that. If on, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. If they could do that, let me drink some water. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I could see that. Amy Hennig was more same old, which isn't bad, but it really it needed some sort of shift to be put into feel more of like an ending. Like everything's ramping up. It needs to end somehow. And Amy Hennig's didn't really feel like an ending, felt like just a continuation. And Amy Hennig, without it, still wouldn't have, this story still wouldn't have affected it because Neil Druckmann would have no clue and Bruce Straley would have no clue how to write the story without Amy Hennig. So, again, Uncharted moving forward, if they want to do an Uncharted 5 or whatever, it would be very tough now without Amy. So it'll be very interesting what they could see with Lost Legacy. I didn't really enjoy Lost Legacy as much. It was a cool, it was fine for a little side story with Chloe and Nadine. I think Chloe's more interesting than Nadine and Sam, but it should have been Chloe and Sam, to be honest. But okay, yeah, that would have been more interesting. Nadine, I really don't care. Nadine is a character I don't care about. But, yeah, so Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley, even though I don't like Neil, really, I do appreciate that he kept this, didn't kill off characters, existing characters, and was safe with it, but also gave you a satisfying ending at the end. It's the most satisfying ending for a franchise that hasn't been touched for 10 years now, is actually a monumental thing because a lot of things that have been brought back, franchises, and touched again and played out again, it didn't feel satisfying to see it come to an end again when it ended already before, you know? Uncharted 4 felt like a great ending. I feel satisfied when it ends. This is why I don't want to see another one happen. Now, with the Amy Hennig one, it was classic. It was the same old. It was still the same formula. And it was getting a little stale. And they noticed that at Naughty Dog, and they're like, we got to do something different here. So, they did that with this game. So I think they did a good job with Uncharted 4 overall. So at the end, so it was more grounded, had more stakes. It just felt much better. It felt like Uncharted grew up, and it played much better, and it grew up. That's what it felt like to me. So very interesting, though. Definitely check out that article and the things that happen with that. Okay, let's get into the main topics because I won't have time for these other topics at all. Straight up, I won't have time. Let's get into the main ones, guys, because I want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna have time. All right, let's get into the Tekken creator boss himself has returned. He has returned.
God. Oh my God!
This is Insider Gaming. Former Tekken boss Kazuhiro Harada has a new gaming studio. Nice, dude. He's back. So he left Tekken. He's like, I can't save Tekken 8, guys. I tried. I can't save this game. Whoever is working there, I make you lead. You fix it. So he's like, I'm moving on. I want to do something different. Let's see what he says. It has been announced that the former Tekken boss Kazuhiro Harada has launched a new gaming reported by Variety. The new studio will be called Versus Studio and was established on May 1st and is expected to become a consultant subsidiary of SNK. We are pleased to announce the launch of our new game development studio, Versus Studios, said Harada. Harada, after 30 years, stating that the decision has because of the loss of several close friends. So that's why he left, because we talked about that. Harada saw many of his colleagues pass away, and he's like, I don't want to be doing this for my whole life. I want to do different things. So he's doing different things with this studio, which good for him, because, you know, the creator of Dead or Alive, Ninja Guy, and all those, he passed away. Rip. He was definitely the GOAT. And he saw that, and he's like, dude, I got to do something with my life now, different. And watching senior colleagues retire or pass away pushed him to reflect deeply on the time he has left as a creator. Harada continued, Versus Studio philosophy is beyond tradition, crafted to perfection. We will combine technology, sensibility, and world-class expertise to pursue this ultimate. From a free, open, and spaceless environment, we will generate new ideas and create memorable games. We established this studio to bring this version to life. The Versus in VS Studio, VS in Versus Studio holds various meanings. It represents our roots in video game soft, Versus development division, the spirit of Versus challenging traditions, and many other meanings symbolizing innovation and challenges such as visionary standard, Voltan shift, and Vanguard sprint. Having been involved in the game development for many years, I've constantly considered how I want to spend my lifetime as a developer and what kind of environment allows developers to perform at their best. So he pretty much did the same thing as Shinji Mikami did with the Resident Evil and teamed up with Shift Up. Harada teamed up with SNK. So they're doing that kind of thing too, which is interesting. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I hope he does well with his new company. Versus Studio is one answer to that question by bringing together technology and knowledge and working with passionate colleagues as aim to deliver the best gaming experiences to users worldwide. Versus Studio inspires to be a studio that continues to take on such challenges, and we are looking for new team members who share our vision. Please look forward to this future of Versus Studio. It's currently unclear what Versus Studio will be developing, but it isn't difficult to theorize that it will likely be a fighting game. Probably because it's Versus in it. It would be a fighting game. Now, it could be not a fighting game and do something completely different. That would be actually a surprise for sure. But Harada is back, and he's ready to rock and roll again with the SNKs. And I hope he does well. I hope he does well because SNK right now, just in general with Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, I feel bad for that game. I really do. I want that game to be good. It's just something about it. Maybe I have to give it a try again. I want it to do better. I really do. It's just, it's not. It's not doing better. It's not up there yet, guys. Like Street Fighter or Tekken or Mortal Kombat, you know, it's not up there yet. It's probably maybe down the line it will be, but this isn't the game, the return that I thought it would do, you know. But who knows? Let's see if Harada can actually switch it up, do something good with it, you know. Let's see what he can do. So there you go with that. All right. let's talk about this mixtape thing, guys. Let's talk about Mixtape. This is going crazy around the internet. Everyone's talking about Mixtape. So this is by Insider Gaming. This could be a Cope article right here. But what's wrong with Mixtape? Why does the internet seem to hate Smash Hit? Because if you guys don't know, this game, Mixtape, it's a game that every big company, journalist, outlet, gaming outlet said it's 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. It got perfect scores. It's better than most games that you play today ever will, which is X to doubt 100%, because the gameplay, as I'm going to be showing later, is not a 10 out of 10. It's not. It's on the lowers. It's more of like not a game. It's like, I don't even know if you can review this as a game. Maybe a narrative point and click adventure kind of story, but even then there's barely any gameplay. This is a rip-off game. This is not a game. This is straight up not a game. And a 3-hour game? Are you serious? In case you've been responsibly clear of social media in the last few days, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. You might not have seen that gamers everywhere are seemingly banging on Mixtape, on all new narrative titled release on May 7. It was proven to be the most divisive game in a hot minute, producing staggering review scores, but rotten settlements across social platforms. It's a game that shouldn't... The problem is why... It's because the reason why people are arguing about this game and finding about what it's actually about is that all these paid reviewers were all gifted goodies, and as well as giving it the best score they can give on their channels or on their sites. And that's why people are saying this is not it. People that actually paid for the game or gifted the game, played the game themselves, and they will tell you this is not a 10 out of 10. This is not anywhere in the universe of 10 out of 10. Nothing. You're telling me this is better than Mario 64? You're telling me this is better than any game I've played in the last 10 years? You gotta be joking me. Mixtape, which is short and sweet, coming of age title. Coming of age. So it's like a Life is Strange game, but worse. Even Life is Strange is better than this, guys. I'm sorry to say that. It's actually fact that Life is Strange is actually better. It really is. It really is. Now I can't say Life is Strange sucks when you bring up Mixtape. I'm going to be like, oh, Life is Strange is better. That's a good game now. That's a good game now. That's how far we went, how bad this game is, guys. Coming age title, rooted in nostalgia. It's one of the best rated games of 2026. But if you ask fair portion of the online community, you hear nothing but awful things about it, including how it's not even a real game. It's not. It's not a real game. There's no really gameplay to it. I'm clicking one button. I'm not moving my stick. There's parts I see that. It's so bad. I would be... if I want to get more sick, I'm going to play Mixtape. Straight up. I'll play Mixtape if I want to get more sick, guys. Straight up. I don't want to. So what's wrong with Mixtape? And why is it at the center of mixing controversy right now? Mixtape has solid reviews, but nobody believes them because your fake narrative is done. Done. Dunzo. The fake-ass game journalism is done for.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
It's done. No one believes the narrative anymore. No one believes these reviews anymore. No one cares. Everyone just makes fun of IGN. All these gaming media outlets are getting made fun of right now. No one believes it. Because people that actually played the game, they'll tell you. I watch people play the game, and I see the gameplay, and it's not anything in the realm of anything I want to play. No, not at all. At first, I was like, okay, 90s vibe, cool music. It could be a fun, like, maybe like a rhythm kind of game. It could be like, like a rock band or Guitar Hero or something like that. It could be cool like that with this, like, Spider-Man, Miles Morales into the universe, whatever thing. And then I was like, no, you actually don't play the game. You barely do anything. You could just sit there and do nothing. It's like, oh, yeah. I'd rather play Heavy Rain. Thanks. Mixtape has been pulling a massive numbers from most reviewers, only earning a high Metascore of 95 on Xbox, but 91 on PC and 85 on PlayStation 5. It has been labeled as heartfelt and visually stunning, artistically marveled that resonate emotionally with players of all shapes and sizes, and boasts a dreamlike setting that transports older players to days gone by. No one cares. But in some corners of their internet, dude, I don't care. When I was a teenager, I was like, I did my school things. I did whatever, I did a teenager. Yeah, I had a good teenager life. But to be honest, the things they do in this game as a teenager, I would have never done. This just looks like full-on retard mode. Straight up. Like, teenagers don't do this. It's like, oh, we did this in the 90s stuff. No, they fucking didn't. No, they didn't. Some of them did not do this. If they did do this, they would be sent to jail. Most of them would be in jail right now. So, but in some corners of the internet, it's being pulled to pieces, used as a punching bag by many who have branded this game as bizarre failure of a title. It all boils down to a few key criticisms. Mixtape can be completed in just 2 or 3 hours, depending on how fast you whip through it. The game has minimal mechanics and certain on-rails sections that can be completed without any input from the player. There you go. Another thing, it's not a game. On social media, strange clips have surfaced, focusing closely on segment of the game that stimulates teenagers making out quite crudely. It's more than that, but yes. Because of these elements, content streaming sites and social media have becoming a hotbed of folks picking the game to bits. Dude, yes, it's bad. It's that bad. Stop coping and stop protecting these fake ass contribute. This is not an indie game too. We'll be talking about more. There's more into this, guys. But this is not an indie game, straight up. This is unlimited money game. Unlimited. This is not an indie game. One user shared a 3-minute clip of Mixtape showcasing an on-rail section, the QT fragments, and completed it without any involvement from the player. This gamered a whopping 14 million views. I think I have that queued up. Yeah, but they just talk about it and they're like, stop hurting the big businesses. Leave the corporations alone. Leave them alone. Shut the fuck up, dude. What is everyone sucking? Why is everyone sucking these companies? Why are you sucking for this game? I don't understand. I wish we can just go back to the days when it was just honest and they will tell you how it is. That's what we want. That's what most gamers want. There's more to it. Let me open it. There's more to it, guys. Way more. Here. Let me drink some water real quick. Here we go, guys. My voice is cracked, dude. My bad. Here we go. Pirate Nation. IGN just a joke at this point. They gave the industry's plant Mixtape a 10, but Subnautica 2, the most wish-listed game on Steam, a 7. Even Subnautica 2 just came out, and it already sold 1 million copies. And it's doing crazy numbers if we look at SteamDB in a sec. I think they're laughing and baiting us. There's no serious journalism now these days. Yup, pretty much. So they gave Mixtape a 10 and they gave it a 7 for Subnautica 2. And if we go into SteamDB, let me open it real quick. Check it out. What's up with Mixtape and Subnautica? Which do you think is doing better right now? What do you think is doing better right now? Here's Subnautica 2, which a lot of people are enjoying it. It got 90%, 90.44% positive. Right now, people are playing 340,623 at this very moment. All-time peak, 467,582. Not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty good, guys. That's really good. And if we put Mixtape in here, for instance, probably not even the top 10 games right now. I have spelled it wrong. Mixtape. Here we go.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
Holy shit, guys. Only 603 people are playing this right now. All-time peak, 2,245. That is horrendously bad. Yikes. Yikes. And bet you half of these people are content creators dunking on this game. Sorry, guys. My voice is cracked. It's just half of these are just content creators dunking on this game straight up. Normal gamers are not picking this game up. No one's playing this game. No one. Or no, this is on Steam. It is on Xbox Game Pass. Probably most people are playing on if they have Xbox Game Pass, they're probably playing on that. But they're probably uninstalling like right after. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, guys. So not surprised about that. Again, IGN giving it a 10 is a crazy thing. You could see it here. Mixtape reviews, IGN 10, VGC 10, CGM 10, Day 1 10, Well Played 10, Xbox Tavern 10. I don't know what these are. Game Trend. What are these? Dual Shockers 10. Let me see. GameSpot 9, Push Square 9, Nintendo Life 9, Game Reactor 9, Game Informer 9, Metacritic 88, and all that. So there you go. Mixtape for you guys. So like literally perfect scores. Every outlet's like, this is a perfect game. What? How? I don't believe you. I feel like this is paid off. This is paid advertisement straight up. It's horrible advertisement. It looks like it's unrealistic. It's really unrealistic, and no one believes it. That's where the conversation's going to, where gamers are saying, and this is how like Gamergate 1 and 2 happened, is because of this, where the journalists disagree with actually, pretty much every gamer, to be honest. They hate games. And that's why they're supporting this game, because it supports their narrative, but also it supports them just not liking games. They love playing games that you don't play. You just watch. They love those games. They suck at games. That's why they call it journal mode when games are really too easy, because of this. It's so bad. And I never want to hear we gotta watch this clip again. I never want to hear, like, these journalists say that, like, oh, like, this is, if you like this game, it's because you, blah, 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 like, all the ifs and phobes. No one cares anymore. And people will like the game, whatever it is, if they like the game. But this is the one where it's just worldwide. Everyone just sees how stupid. Maybe you can like Mixtape. I'm not saying that. Maybe you like it. But from what I see, most people just don't like the game. You can like Mixtape if you like. I don't have a problem. I would question it, though, if you like that game. I would question a lot of things of why you like Mixtape. But here we go. I can plainly see why those game journalists love Mixtape. And this, if you already know, you know, the most used clip. It was a demo for, it was the training room tutorial for Cuphead. And I think this is the guy at IGN who worked there. He couldn't really pass the tutorial. He kept on messing up. This is a legendary clip. And this is getting passed again because this is what journalists can't do. And it literally tells you what you need to do on top. It says jump and rush, dash. But no, you cannot even do that. Like, absolute retardation. And then he's like, he's learning, and a little bit later, he finds out, oh, I can dash. But he's still trying. Oh, he's still trying. He can't jump up and dash. Oh, he learned to dash. He finally learned, guys. He can dash now. Oh, he's dashing up. He's like, huh, I can dash now. Oh, I gotta jump on the box and dash over, right? Oh, wrong way. Wrong way, guys. Oh, too bad. Oh, you were so close. Come on. This is like baby's first gaming experience. Like, seriously, what the fuck, dude? And these people, yeah, he did it. Yay. He did it. Oh, my God. It only took him a couple of tries. He did it. Wow, he did it. That was perfect. I think he needs an applause. Yes. Yeah, great job. You did it. You did it. Oh, but wait. He's in another part, and he's confused how to jump over. It says jump over. It has an arrow right there. You hit the pink little things, and you jump over. There's literally an arrow showing you to jump there. Oh, I messed up. I gotta redo it. Yep. Oh my gosh, dude. This is so embarrassing. And these are the people that writing your game reviews. Dude, hire real gamers to make you game reviews. I swear. It's so sad. It's so upsetting that we have this. But yeah. Well, that same guy, not surprisingly, gave it a 10 out of 10 too. Community notes have zero chill. Laugh my ass off. Smash AT. Dean, Mixtape is awesome. And a reader got context here. Context is that this guy responsible for the infamous Cuphead video. You know, the one where he fails to get through the tutorial. That's so good. He got community noted. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Get roasted hard, dude. Get roasted. Holy shit. There's more, though. There is more, guys. Well, the backstory of this game, we got this guy here, Nashtar Chi. I don't know who that is. But he said, fun fact about Mixtape. At the top of the development/publishing pyramid is Megan Ellison, daughter of Larry Ellison, who is the 5th richest man on Earth.
Holy shit.
There you go. The game had an infinite budget for licensing music and production. Nepo game, not indie game, industry plant reviews.
Holy shit.
There you go, guys. There you go. The 5th richest person on the planet, or on Earth, in the world. And they were working on this. Pretty interesting, right? Pretty interesting overall detail there. Here's another one. These games, published by the daughter of the 5th richest man in the world, government funding, fully licensed soundtrack despite being indie, perfect scores, expensive gift sets sent to content creators. Mixtape is an industry plant, and you can't convince me otherwise. Look how fake this is. He's like, oh my God, what came in the mail? All this cool stuff from Mixtape. Community noted. This is planted advertisement for a product, and it is not being disclosed as such. There you go. There you go. So again, more fakery for Mixtape. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And there's more here. We're going to go through it. Here we go. Fake Wizard. Mixtape makes me nostalgic for the past. What? You were never a teenager before? Really? That sounds pathetic. These teens are unlikable, degenerative, and self-entitled assholes. You threaten your dad with terrorism? See yourself in that? Mixtape is a nostalgia for failures. Yep. Very true. I think there's a clip of it. Look at this. Look at this company giving all these scores. Scores are in. Bruh. Shill harder more. Please just do it. There you go. IGN is getting massive backlash after giving Mixtape a rare 10 out of 10. The game follows 3 teens on their last night of high school in 1990s California. I don't know if it's California, but it could be. And also has a weird scene involving minors. Oh, that's the tongue thing where they're French kissing each other. Most ex-user accuse IGN of bias due to the game's diverse cast and representation. What? They're all white. What's diverse about it? Calling it review inflation compared to a lower score of other titles. Gamers who played it called it a complete garbage game. Personally, I won't spend a single minute of my life on this shit. Yep, pretty much. When the 10 out of 10 game often doesn't require input, failed filmmakers. Yep, pretty much. Oh yeah, here's the clip. Fake Wizard. This is the cinematic final fight at Mixtape. All of the people giving this 10 out of 10s and snobbing over childhood. You're a failure. You failed at life. You didn't do this. You didn't live this. This is reliving fake arguments on the shower. A stroke session. Pathetic. This is it, dude. Get your cringe masks on, because this is, I'm sorry, we gotta show this for context. You're gonna be cringing so hard after seeing this. This is so bad.
I want you to understand.
So the context is, there was a firework that blasted some area here, and there's fire going off. Like the fireworks were coming through. They're watching the fireworks, and one of the fireworks hit one of these buildings, and they caught on fire. And there's a fire going, and they're running because everyone's just running because of the fire coming. And the police are coming, and the police stop, and this one kid stops. I forgot what her name is, but doesn't really matter. There are 3 of them. And she stops, and she has to give you this speech when she didn't even start the fire, but she will pretty much tell her dad, I guess, who is a cop, that she's going to do this more and worse if he doesn't listen to her. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely bad parenting, but also horrible child, or almost grow up, like a grown up almost, or a childish kind of behavior that you wouldn't be doing this at this age. There's no way.
I want you to understand, this ain't a catastrophe. It's a warning. Daddy, if you trap me here, this will only be the beginnings of my wicked ways. Cause I'm angry and I'm wired and I'm fixing for a whole lot of trouble. If you make me stay here, I'm gonna burn the whole fucking place down. I want.
Oh my gosh. And the dad's like, oh, this clip doesn't say it, but the dad's like, okay, we have a reasoning then. You can go then. Bruh. I need my cringe avatar right now. I have a cringe avatar. I might actually bring that up. I'm going to cringe so hard. How bad is this writing, dude? It's so bad. And how is this how's this a 10 out of 10? They definitely want to make this game of the year. For sure they are trying to. It's so bad. There it is. Cringe face. Cringe face. Yep. Here we go. Yep. There it is. There I am. Cringe face, guys. Ugh. So cringe. So cringe. This could also be mad face. But I'm cringing so hard. I'm cringing so hard. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, guys. It's bad.
No!
It's bad. But yeah, that's context for you guys for that one. What else we got? Oh, we got the kissing scene. We got this really bad kissing scene. Mixtape is now a game published by Harada. Annie Prunis has a stage where the control tongues during a kiss. Yeah. This is disgusting. You control the tongue. You can stop when you want. Like, that's enough. Hey, nope. I'm gonna keep going. And, oh, one of them has braces, dude. Oh my gosh. They're kids.
Holy shit.
No!
This is so bad. So, that is 10 out of 10? You gotta be joking me. How is that 10 out of 10? And this is the video that's been passed down. This is the video that everyone's talking about too. By Christina Tasty, explaining why I personally hate Mixtape in just under 3 minutes of total uninterpreted gameplay spoilers. No one cares. No one cares about the spoilers. Here we go.
So, in this cutscene, we're just going to... Oh, by the way, we're going to ignore this. I'm not going to be pressing a single thing. I'm just going to be ranting.
I don't want to get any copyright because of the music. But she's not pressing anything in this whole scene. It feels like she would. Like, it says slide, right? It says in the bottom here, slide. If you don't press slide, there's no consequences. You don't repeat or redo the level. It just slides for you. So this game's doing everything by yourself. She's even telling that this is just, I'm going to lower it, but this is just it. She didn't do anything. Look. This looks like it would be gameplay that you would need to play, right? She's pressing nothing, and she's just talking about how bad this part is because this part's supposed to be, oh, you're helping your friends. You need to hurry up. It's like, I also don't like the graphics for this game. I don't like this kind of, I don't know what it is, claymation style. I don't know what it is. I don't like this style. I know, like, what is it? Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Universal thing, whatever. It was fine in that, but when other games are doing this and style-wise, it doesn't look good anymore. It just looks annoying. The 15 frames or whatever. I don't know. Some people would say, "Oh, actually, I like the graphics. It doesn't look that bad." I don't like them. I don't like them. This artistic style, I don't like. But look, this looks like it would be gameplay, right? You got to press these buttons. You got to do this stuff. Nope. She's literally not touching anything. And the game does it for you. Even if you mess up, nope. They'll just do it for you. That's insane, dude.
No!
That's insane. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with this game, dude. This game is straight up has to be some sort of game pushing a narrative. They has to. You don't make a game like this with infinite money to not push some sort of agenda, some sort of narrative with no gameplay. Because they're like, oh, there's gameplay. Yeah, but if you fail, there's not actually, it doesn't go back. You keep on going. And she's talking through this 3-minute segment here, and you're not pressing anything. How is this gameplay? You're just watching. This is not a video game. This is just video. There's no game in this. There's just video. I'd rather watch a movie then. What the fuck? This is for rejects who had a script for a movie and couldn't make the movie because the movie sucked ass and couldn't have any backers for it. Instead, they made a game out of it. It's that game. It was for rejects, straight up. You had a bad idea for a movie or a TV show. You couldn't get it, so you had to make a game out of it. That's all I can think of. What else would it be? Yeah, this game looks horrendous. No. Horrendous. Yeah, and I think that's it for Mixtape. I don't know if there's anything else. I just wanted to show that. Yeah, that was it for Mixtape, guys. Absolutely. And that's why I put in the title, it's not a game, because it's not a game. It's not a game. It's absolutely complete horse shit. And now I have to say, Life is Strange, it's a better game now, unfortunately. Even though there's a lot of weird shit in its Life is Strange too. Messaging-wise. But I'd rather watch that, to be honest. Oh, real quick. I just saw this. This is great. Check this out. Pirate Nation posted this. What does Gabe from Piracy think? Gabe Newell from Steam. What does he think about piracy? And this is what he said. Can I click on it? Here you go. The easiest way to stop piracy is putting anti-piracy technology to work. DRM, Enigma, that doesn't work. It's trash. It's by giving those people a service that's better than they're receiving from the pirates. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Holy shit.
Damn. Gabe Newell. Speaking facts, dude. So you give them something that's worth actually wanting that service or that platform to contribute with others that the pirates don't have. Interesting. Very interesting. That is very true. That is very true. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I like that. I like that. I might save that quote. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a real good one there. All right. Let's get into the topic itself. Let me open up with Mortal Kombat. I gotta find my review for it real quick. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find it. Trying to find it right now. We're gonna end it with the Mortal Kombat 2 movie review and thoughts about it real quick. That's how we're gonna end it. Because some people want to know what I think, and they should know. They should know what I think about this movie. Okay, guys. We got that. We got that. We got that. All right. What we got? Okay, here we go. All right, guys. Here we go. All right, all. I've watched the Mortal Kombat 2 movie that just recently came out. I watched it last weekend on a Saturday, and I want to give you my thoughts and review of this movie. What I thought about it, was it good? Was it bad? Was it in the middle? A lot of people have different opinions about this movie. Some people say they liked it a lot. It was fine. It wasn't anything crazy. And then there was others that didn't like this movie that was ass. And then there's people in the middle. And I'm going to talk about it fully because I did watch it. I just wanted to show you. I took these pictures in the movie theater. There's Johnny Cage getting ready. There's Raiden. He's there. I had a fun time, though. There's Katana versus Shao Kahn. There's a giant laser battle going on. It's really bright. And I was right next to surround sound, like the speakers. They were right there. It was super, super loud. But I was right there. There's Johnny Cage, Sonya, and Liu Kang right there. And Jax right there. Jax is there. We got those guys. We got Johnny Cage again. This is the one where he's in like the 90s, 80s style. But yeah, I want to show you what I thought about that. That was in the movie theater. After the movie theater, I was fine for a little bit, and then I got a little stuffy nose, or was it a scratchy throat, and then after that, you know the rest. And I'm still recovering. But I did like the movie. The movie experience was good. And I won't talk about it because if you haven't been following me on Critic List, I post my movie reviews and TV shows on here. So definitely, if you want to check out what I think about it, go on my Critic List. Links in the bio below. You can check it out, what I think. I'm Peti Kish, as Peti Kish Han at. You can find me there. So yeah, Mortal Kombat 2, I gave it a 63% rad, which isn't bad. I gave it more than the Mortal Kombat 1 movie. The Mortal Kombat movie was just decent. It was fine. It wasn't that good. It was okay. This movie was way better. Way better. I think I gave that one like a 50s, something 50-something. I don't remember. Because I rewatched that before I watched the second one. And I was like, it's not too bad. I remember being like, I liked it. And I rewatched it. I'm like, oh, it's not that good compared to this one now. If you like watch them back to back, So I'll give you my review for this. Oh shit. Well, that's the largest I can go. There you go. So just came out of the movie theater after watching Mortal Kombat 2 and have to say, as a theater experience, it was fun and cool to see all these characters from the video games fight it out in action on the big screen. I enjoyed that aspect of it. Now, as a movie on itself, it's just fine. Not doing anything new, really, especially with the story. I think the characters and fight scenes, which probably is the best part, I would say the fight scenes probably, made the movie, while the story is really bare bones and has flaws. If you break it down, I still wish that more things could have been fleshed out, more in like a live TV series somehow, but we got this movie instead. I agree. I agree with myself. Yeah, it really needed to be fleshed out. It felt like a lot of things were going faster and faster pace and everything. And that's what I'm scared of when Street Fighter comes out. It's going to be in the same boat of just stuff is happening, stuff is going on. Just to continue the story, just to continue moving on. There's no time to actually not like take it in. There was parts where there was a little slower here and there, but they weren't even that intense at all either. It was mostly about the fights, I would say. Now, this movie is pretty much centered around, I would say, two main characters, and the others tag along from the last movie to fight in the tournament, which finally we got one not like the last movie, which is a positive. I agree. We finally got sort of a tournament finally, and that was good because we heard Shao Kahn say, "Finish him," and all this, and there were fatalities. There was crazy choreography moments. Yeah, it was perfect. In that aspect, it was good. They even had tally marks in the sky that showed like who's down, who lost. It was it had Earth Realm and Outworld fighting each other. It was cool. Tag along, first movie. The two characters are Katana and Johnny Cage, which you think it was Johnny Cage from the promotion of the movie. Well, no, he is that just partially it, and Katana gets more of the role as well. And a lot of people I've seen reviews don't like that. They think this movie should be just Johnny Cage, and that's it. Johnny Cage should have been the one that defeats Shao Kahn. Johnny Cage should be the one that redeems himself because he's a washed up actor, like action actor, and all that. And Katana gets that role pretty much. I should just put up spoilers, to be honest. I'll put spoilers up just because. Spoiler alert. Katana is probably one of the main characters, and really is the main character next to Johnny Cage, because in the beginning, Katana as a little girl and her kingdom and everything, with her father fighting Shao Kahn, while his father dies, Shao Kahn takes over that realm. Katana has to bend the knee, and therefore Katana wants revenge of Shao Kahn. So you already have that story arc going, that Katana needs to defeat Shao Kahn. So she double crosses pretty much Shao Kahn and works for Raiden and Earthrealm in the background, while Jade, kind of like her sister but not her sister, which is by the bold chick that I wasn't really happy to see from like Intergalactic, and I think in the Uncharted movie. I'm not a big fan of her. I don't like her at all. She has some weird takes. But in this movie, it didn't bother me as much, Jade. to be honest, she might have been the best acted female character in the movie, which is sad because a lot of the acting in this movie isn't not that good. It's pretty cheesy, which it's Mortal Kombat. I didn't expect much. With that. With Katana, it was building up, and then at the end, Katana beats Shao Kahn because thanks to Johnny Cage, who pretty much gets the amulet, where this amulet pretty much makes Shao Kahn super strong. He's pretty much invincible and heals up. They destroy the amulet or whatever happens to the amulet. The third act is absolutely crazy. There's so much shit going on. I kind of lost it by then, plot-wise, what is going on. But they defeat Shao Kahn, and Katana becomes the queen of the realm with Jade on her side, because Jade helps at the end, because Jade gets pissed because he finds out he works with Earthrealm. She gets cuffed, arrested, and then Jade helps, and then all that, Sonya and all those help too, Jax, Raiden. But yeah. So Katana, at the end, people are like, oh, she was a girl boss. She won the battle. I wish it was Johnny Cage. It kind of was built up from the beginning that Katana wanted revenge. So I didn't mind that. I know some people say I didn't like that. I understand. But it kind of makes sense Katana would be the one to finish Shao Kahn. Where was I? The role as well, promotion, let me see. Katana, on the other hand, not the best acting. She really wasn't really that good acting-wise. I agree. But cool design of the costume at least. Yeah, her design of her costume was really good. I enjoyed it with the fan. She was kind of a badass, though, like fighting-wise and her moveset. Like, I was never Katana, main in the games. And I got that Mortal Kombat bundle that came out recently on Steam. And I got Mortal Kombat X, 11, and Mortal Kombat 1 in a huge bundle. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to get all these Mortal Kombat games. I played Katana. I'm like, damn, Katana's actually pretty badass. I never liked Katana, the fan stuff. But now I'm like, she's kind of cool. She's kind of cool. So I guess that's props to that. Her design looks cool. But the character, how she acted was kind of bad. Now let me see. Here we go. I forgot. Carl Urban, which is a really good actor. I enjoy him in a lot of things. The Boys. What else has he been? Lord of the Rings. Doom. The old Doom. He was the Doom Slayer dude. Yeah. Carl Urban did a decent job with Johnny Cage, with whatever he had to work with. So well done with that. Yeah, he's like a Mortal Kombat 10 version of Johnny Cage where he's older. Again, he did a decent job, whatever he worked with. I don't think he did phenomenal job. He did good. He didn't destroy the character or anything, but it should have been a young actor. It should have been a way younger actor. Again, I would have picked Glenn Powell or something. I think that character would have worked better, or that actor worked better with Johnny Cage. It would just be perfect for that character. I could see him play that character, actually. But he did a good job. This washed up actor thing could have been a little different. I don't know. But yeah, he did an okay job. He was the second, I guess, main character of the story. But yeah. How he got his powers, kind of dumb. Sonya just be, you're an actor, now act. And then he puts his sunglasses on and he gets the powers. Because he couldn't somehow get the powers. He was trying to figure it out. And then he gets the powers from the games pretty much. That green aura stuff. It's it was in him all along, but he needed to somehow activate it. But how he activated is kind of mid. But yeah, he still did some cool shit. Now the rest of the cast returning, and now where was it? Returning, and new were a hit or miss, because some acting was pretty bad and new or bad. Kano. What is it? Kano makes a return, which is awesome. He was one of the better characters from the last movie. True. It's pretty funny how they bring him back. It's just Quan Chi bringing everyone back who died in the last movie. I also enjoyed the dynamic with Johnny and Kano as well. It was pretty funny at times. There is also, yeah, they were great. Like a buddy cop kind of deal going on there. There is also a fight scene that I really enjoyed as a hater of a character in the first movie. I was surprised that they actually did it to him. Okay, what I want to mention about this is definitely a spoiler. Remember Cole Young from the first movie? The first movie, he was like the main character, and he was kind of like a side character, and he's not from the games, but he's also the blood of Scorpion, all that. He's barely in this movie. He's there for maybe a couple of seconds, and he has one or two lines where he says, "I'm here because I'm here because of my family, so I can fight on," and everything. And they show a scene of Shao Kahn getting really OP because Raiden, Lone Cow, or what is it? The guy with the hat? What is it? Kano called him Kung Pao. That was pretty funny. Yeah, he comes back alive. He's evil now. He cuts Raiden's throat, and a lot of this particle stuff comes out, lightning. So they use the amulet, and they put it into the amulet, and Quan Chi and forgot what his name is, Chow Song or whatever, who is gonna eat your soul. That guy, take it to the main bad guy. They put it onto him, and now he's invincible. And then, the next battle starts where all these characters fight. And Cole fights Shao Kahn, and he's like literally invincible, but he doesn't know he has the amulet yet. So it looks like Cole's winning. He's going to beat him and whatever. And out of nowhere, he gets all healed. And it's the acid level from the old games, the acid stage, the sewers. And yeah, Cole gets annihilated. He figures him out, doesn't see what happens, flips him over, puts him to the ground, takes his giant bonker hammer, and smashes his skull like a watermelon. Boom, done. And then he takes him into the acid. He just brings him into the acid and throws him in there and dies. And I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe they killed off this character. Holy moly. Everyone, I was so excited and happy because I didn't like this character. So they actually listened to the fans that they didn't like this character. So they just killed him off. Then again, you could have just said, this character needed to go, so we needed someone else instead because he has a family. They could have done that, but instead they just bonked him and killed him off. So Cole ripped to Cole, but Cole might actually return after that ending, which we're going to talk about after. Okay, so many characters get the finishing death moments, good or bad, and most of the times you can see who will win at or lose the battle, but sometimes some got me where I think I didn't see coming. So yeah, a lot of people die, and of course it's Mortal Kombat. There's gonna be deaths and wins. First one was Johnny Cage and Katana. Johnny Cage didn't fight Katana. Katana knew he didn't want to kill Johnny Cage, so he let him just fall, and Katana won that battle. Then you had Sonya and Sindel. Sonya beat Sindel, which doesn't make no sense because Sindel gets resurrected again by Shao Kahn, even though she died. So it doesn't really matter. I'm telling you, they're just going to use Quan Chi for most of these to res them back up. So death doesn't really matter in Mortal Kombat anymore. So, yeah. Jax beats Jade, but doesn't kill Jade. Then there's another battle with, who is it? Kung Lao and Liu Kang. Pretty much sort of like brothers. Kung Lao wants to kill him. Liu Kang doesn't want to kill him. And it's in that portal. I think you've seen the trailers. It's all bluish. And it's like a portal. It's from the OG Mortal Kombat. And that part was one of the best fights in the whole movie. It was so well choreographed. So, dude, it would pump you up. It was so good. Like, Liu Kang in general in this movie, I wish he was main focus because Liu Kang's starting to get even more cooler in these movies. Liu Kang is getting a lot of good parts in these movies, and I wish he had more because Liu Kang's so cool. But Liu Kang beats Kung Lao in a brutal style. I thought he's going to give up, and Liu Kang's going to win. Give up, I mean. And Liu Kang would give up and everything, but Liu Kang wins at the end anyways. So, continues, and he tells his Liu Kang, or the guy with the saw blade for a hat, he's like, I'm going to try to bring you back, which most people will be back. And then there's this whole part, Raiden's got cut. He's healing up while pretty much telling you the whole story now. Jade pretty much finds out Katana's working for that. And then Jade turns sides and she helps out. Kano's also returned by Quan Chi. He's just there for comedy reasons. There's not really much to him. He just had a medallion. He's like, oh, yeah, I have this medallion in my back of my pocket. Like, okay. Yeah, he probably stole it at one point. Yeah, but he was there. And then he helps Johnny Cage and whatever. Yeah, and then there's a part where they have to steal the medallion to defeat the main bad guy. So I'm trying to remember the names. There's a lot of names here. Not good with names. So Jax, Johnny Cage, Sonya, and Liu Kang all go, and they have to cross a way to not get noticed through the realm where they go underground into the castle and try to get the medallion through Baraka and his race. Johnny Cage has a whole battle with them, and Johnny Cage wins. He does the nut punch, and he becomes a Johnny Cage fan, Baraka, which I didn't see coming. That was kind of funny, I guess. He's just like, "Argh!" And then he hates him, and then he's like, no, Johnny Cage, you're the best. I'm a fan of you now, Johnny Cage. Like, it's like, well, okay, whatever. That was kind of funny, but okay. Then they fight Shao Kahn, the main bad guy. He's there with the medallion. They're trying to break the medallion thing. Everyone's fighting him, all four of them. And then Jax dies. But it wasn't even the tournament yet. So this is what's stupid. This would disqualify Shao Kahn out of the tournament already by the Elder Gods. But it doesn't. He killed someone before the tournament. So Shao Kahn kills Jax. Sonya says no. And Liu Kang's upset. And the medallion, all this. And then Quan Chi brings back to life Sub-Zero, but he's not Sub-Zero. He's a shadow version. They don't say he's just Bihan, but it's just pretty much Noob Sabat, but it's not Noob Sabat. It's Bihan, Sub-Zero, I guess. Whatever, it's a shadow version. And they're like, you have to go to the Netherrealm to get it because he took the medallion. So Johnny Cage, Kano go down to the Netherrealm. While Scorpion's also helping them to get Noob Sabat or whatever, Bihan, Sub-Zero, medallion, and fight him in the underworld, pretty much. And then Jade helps, Kano helps, Johnny Cage, he gets his powers, and he helps again. And Scorpion's fighting Bihan, Sub-Zero, Noob Saibot, whatever. Again, I'm not a big fan of this Scorpion in this game, in this movie, but it's whatever. It's fine. He did the "get over here," so that was cool, I guess. Just little references to the games. There was a lot of Easter eggs and references to the game. That's cool. And then Katana fights Shinnok. No, Shinnok. What is it? Oh my god, I can't think of his name. The main bad guy. And then the main bad guy fights Liu Kang, and Liu Kang loses. He gets stabbed, and he's like, I know what I must do. He just flies out and pieces out. He turns into like a dragon and then teleports and just goes away. And I'm like, so he just did the Obi-Wan with the Force Ghost in Star Wars. Like, I remember watching it, I was like, oh, it was like, what just happened? And then I looked at, I had other people in the movie theater I was with, and we were like, oh, he just did the Obi-Wan. He just pieced out. He became like a Force Ghost kind of deal. I'm like, oh. My guess, they're probably going to bring him back. He's going to be a big character for the next one in part 3. Liu Kang, for sure. But yeah, he's pretty much dead too, which is unfortunate. Sonya was almost dead too, so Sonya helped Katana out, and Katana was the final duel with Shao Kahn. There you go. Sometimes I remember his name, sometimes I don't. And then Shao Kahn fights her. She's about to lose. She's going to get choked out and everything. And then when they destroy the amulet, or defeat whatever happens to the amulet, Raiden comes back, full power, and he says, no, you cannot do that. I won't die this time. And then from then on, Shao Kahn is defeated. And Johnny Cage is telling the story of his accomplishments, of course, what he did to the Baraka people at the very end. And then he says, well, shit, a lot of that happened. Sonya's like, yeah, did you forget about this part and this and that? Whatever. And then Johnny Cage, yeah, maybe I spinned it a little bit, the story and all that. That's what he says. And then they have Shao Kahn, they have Quan Chi take captive, Kano, and they're like, what are we going to do next then? And it's like, Sonya's like, we're going to bring back our friends back to life. And I was like, and that's how it ends. And then it ends like a Marvel movie where all the characters are walking off stage and looking at the thing, and it ends. And then you got you get the classic music, which I'm like, Pog, that's awesome. That song always claps. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole movie. Yeah, I pretty much told you the whole movie. And yeah, so again, this already is like a Dragon Ball thing where you have the Dragon Balls, you could just res people infinitely back to life. The whole thing is, if they kill a Quan Chi, I guess they would have to find another way to res them, and that would be interesting. That means people would actually be dead, but Quan Chi just brings people back. So, I don't know. I don't know what they can do. I wouldn't be surprised if Quan Chi brings a lot of these characters back and they're like dark again, but they have to like change them somehow to be good. Next one, I don't know. And I think Shinnok is going to be the next bad guy in the part 3 one, if they do make one. Where was I with this? So the character, Cole, moments good or bad, so the characters die. With one battle that really brought it all out emotionally and physically for both sides fighting in this epic arena, that really was top tier fight. That's the one with Liu Kang and Kung Lao. The cinematography wasn't too bad, with the music score having some great fighting moments to get pumped, especially with the ending credits. That is still a banger. The classic beat from the 90s first Mortal Kombat movie, which is still, I still like better. even now. Yeah, I agree. I think the first movie, even though it's campy and everything, I still like it better. This movie, I'd give it probably second after the first movie from the 90s. I really like the 90s one still. I still like that one. I know it's corny, and like I still like that one. Maybe it's nostalgia. I don't know. For sure, there will be a third movie. It sort of sets it up. Overall, if you enjoy the last movie or was just mixed on it, and are a fan of the source material from the video game franchise, you are probably going to enjoy this movie in some way. I don't know if someone can like this movie without watching the last movie. Maybe the cool fight scenes work because there are plenty of them. But yeah, I don't know how you'd like this movie if you never watched or know Mortal Kombat. I just don't know. I don't think you would. I think you would be confused. But yeah. Also, plenty of nods to the games that fans will love as well. Pretty mixed on this movie, but it's still a bit better than the last movie. Again, watch it if you're a fan, and if you're not, maybe skip it or watch it another time. At least it put me in the mood to play and boot up a game of Mortal Kombat. So I guess it worked out in that sense, which is true. I did get the Mortal Kombat collection just for that. So language lot, violence a ton, nudity none, politics bias none, family friendly no, entertainment value a lot. So you get a lot of this. As a movie experience, going to the theater, it was very good. But as a movie itself, it's okay. It's an okay movie. It's fine. It's not anything you're going to be like, oh, I got to watch this again. Trust me, you're not going to. I don't know why. Even a Mortal Kombat fan, some of you guys would be like, nah, I'm not watching this again. I'm good, thanks. But yeah, it's good. It's definitely better than the first movie, just because it's definitely better for that. If I go on the movie on critic list, let's see what it has real quick. We don't need spoilers anymore. Okay. So audience right now, it's on a 70%, which is all right. That's fine. Blaine, the creator of Critic List, he gave it a 50, so he put it decent. Oh, okay. I wouldn't put it a 50. I think it's a little bit better, but he altogether, the score with 96 votes, it's a 70%. Mine is a 63, so there you go. It's not too bad. Not too bad. 55. Yeah, so it's not too bad. Let me see what my others are. The other one I did with Mortal Kombat. I gave it a 55. And how much did it get the first movie here? 57 with 56 votes, 57%. So yeah, about that range, I would say. So in the 50s, yeah. I would give it. This was just decent. It wasn't bad or good. It was just okay. This movie was a little bit better. This is definitely in the 60s. So, yeah. So it didn't do too well. Besides my own thoughts about it, it didn't do too well in the box office with the movies because one here at Geeks and Gamers, The Devil Wears Prada 2 beats a very weak Mortal Kombat 2 box office breakdown. So it didn't do too well. I heard Devil's Wears Prada wasn't good either, really, the second one. To be honest, it wasn't that good. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just listening to other people. Devil's Wears Prada 2 performs a fatality on Mortal Kombat 2. So didn't do so good. Michael files past 575 million globally. Super Mario Galaxy movie box office facts will be cross 1 billion, maybe, question mark. So, rapid fire conclusion. So yeah, it didn't do so good. And I think there is Geeks and Gamers review here. Mortal Kombat 2 is another Hollywood girl boss bait and switch with some cool fight scenes. I don't think, like, maybe in the promotion they didn't show Katana enough more, I would say, and that's why they're saying it's a bait and switch, which, yes, yes, but girl boss, I don't think so. I don't think it's a traditional, like, it's like girl bosses we had in the past. It's not, it's like a traditional, but it's not like overbearing, like, oh, it's a girl boss kind of character, you know? It's not like that at all. It's, and yes, I could see the bait and switch, but girl boss, I don't think so. I don't think it's a girl boss at all. Katana was fine. She was fine. She wasn't anything too special. I liked how her design was. It was a good design. So, yeah, there's the critic list review. There's Rotten Tomatoes, 65 tomatoes and 89 popcorn. So it started, it was very low in the beginning for critics, and then went a little bit up, and it was high, but it's going lower a little bit with the popcorn. So audiences are going lower a little bit now. It's not too high anymore. Liu Kang barely feels like Liu Kang. Oh, that, I don't know about that one. Yeah, this review is gonna be brutal. Bald Jade feels like another modern Hollywood rewrite. Yeah, this one. See, I didn't like Bald Jade at all. I didn't like this version of her, and I thought she was okay. I didn't like hate her. She didn't push any messaging or anything. It was fine. Intergalactic. Yeah, she's pretty bad. Only she did. Final fight scenes are hit and miss. Yep. Kano steals the movie again. Yep. Visually, this is the best Mortal Kombat movie yet. Yep. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. It's not that bad. What's this? Meh? It's just slop? Why? Can I see this video?
Mortal Kombat was
Oh, this is FNT, Friday Night Tights. They have this every Friday. Okay. And they talked about Mortal Kombat. I just want to hear a little bit of this, what they think.
Yeah.
It was boring. It was the type of movie you turn on TNT while you fucking fold the laundry.
Oh, I could see that. Ryan Kendall said something about that. That's, you put on TNT while you're folding the laundry. Yeah, it's that kind of movie. Yeah. I could say a lot of movies, but see, TNT sometimes slap, though. Even though, like, you would watch, like, oh, shit, there's a fight scene, let me see. And then you just sit there and then you watched it. So TNT had some good stuff back in the day, too. So
100%.
Like you look up and you're like, oh, there's a fight. Cool.
When the mainstream media, like Hollywood Reporter, says it is strictly for Mortal Kombat fans, it is strictly for Mortal Kombat fans. There is no explanation as to why people are showing up. They're just like, hey, we're here to fight. We're gonna
Yeah, people just want to see the fight scenes. People just want to see these characters on the big screen, see what happens and how they interact and stuff. That's all people want to see, to be honest. Just a live action of the game. That's it.
I have no problem with this, by the way. I'm just making a statement that it is truly for the fans, and I think it's fine. Look, Mortal Kombat 95 is still the king. You're not going to top that one.
Yup, I agree.
For me, I don't know
agree with D-Day Cobra.
It's my nostalgia goggles or not.
No, I think it has better character development, better
and
art,
I think the characters are more relatable too. Like the actors that are portraying the characters just are more relatable, and they have more of a personality and everything. But
the acting is shit, though.
So, which one? In the first ones?
All of them. No, no. In this one, the Mortal Kombat.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
The acting is pretty bad. Yeah. Fake Wizard is right.
Katanas, especially.
They fixed some of the issues from the first one. The big issue. Everybody knows what the big issue was. The first one
in a spectacular way.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That kind of reminds.
Spectacular.
No spoilers.
That kind of reminded me of
but
what
the
happened
acting is supposed to be cheesy and bad. You know? But it is pretty bad in some instances. Like Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, he's probably the best acted person on the set. Like everyone else is pretty, and then maybe Kano, but he's just shit talking people. That's all he does. Besides that, everyone else is pretty. Even Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn was okay. Like Chai Song, even the guy who wants the souls, he's nothing compared to like the OG. I will eat your soul. Like nothing like that, you know? So, I don't know. Love the acting is kind of bad, but there are some redeeming factors. It's supposed to be campy and cheesy, I think, just like the games are. So I don't know.
G.I. Joe, the live action movies, but Channing Tatum was so dominant in the first one as Duke, and everybody's like, what the fuck is this motherfucker doing in our G.I. Joe movie as Duke? And then the second movie, he didn't fly so good. We'll just say that from The Dark Knight Rises. But so yeah, Mortal Kombat 2, I think Ryan's assessment of it is pretty spot on. If you are a Mortal Kombat hardcore fan, I think you will enjoy your time watching this movie. If you're just looking for something to, chill out and, find a good movie that's got some pretty good visual effects and some really good fight scenes. Yep. And Carl Urban is fine. So yeah, Carl Urban is really good in it. I'm not going to say he blew me away, but he was.
Yeah, I agree. He didn't blow me away either. No.
He was fine. He was good.
Kano was fine. Once again.
Kano was great.
I do have a question for you, though, Jeremy. Do you reckon there was a bit of a bait and switch with how they were setting up Johnny Cage and then how they ultimately utilized him at the end, and there was a different focused character?
That bothered me at the end. The whole plot of we're not doing spoilers for Mortal fucking Kombat.
I do like how.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid, but yeah, I get the drift what they're saying. It's a bait and switch thing, but I think they're gonna say it's like, yeah, it didn't bother them, but yeah, the people wanted, since Johnny Cage was the most emphasis character on, it was the most promoted one. Everyone thought Johnny Cage would have a redemption arc or something to do with that. But instead, it was Katana. Because if we didn't get that set up for the first part when she was a little kid, this would be horribly implemented that Katana defeats Shao Kahn. Because Johnny Cage would have had all that, and it didn't make no sense if it is. If there's build up to it, now it's fine that Katana defeated Shao Kahn. It makes more sense now in this aspect. So, yeah. Again, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, like they said, you will probably enjoy it. If not, you might enjoy something. And if you're not a Mortal Kombat fan, this is probably not a movie for you. Just saying that. So, again, I will be waiting and watching what they do next with Street Fighter, because that's the one I'm more interested in. And even though I liked this movie, it wasn't too bad. It was fine. I think Street Fighter might do a little bit better. I could be wrong. With Street Fighter movie, but I think that one's going to be even more interesting. I think that one's going to do better. That feels like there's more to it. Maybe more comedy, maybe more actiony, more real stunts, I would say, in that one. I don't know. Like something else feels different about that one. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Those are all the topics. I thank you again for watching, lurking, commenting, anything on this channel. I really appreciate it. Like and sub if you are new here, and definitely like if you watched it to the end, please. I appreciate it so much. Hopefully I get better next week, guys. You can see my face again and everything. I recover and everything from my I don't know, my cold, I would say, or something. But yeah, hopefully you guys do have a good weekend. I'll try. If not, I'll let you guys know in the post if I go live again, if there's new videos that go up, everything. I'll let you guys know. I want to do more gaming streams as well. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me today, guys. Anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, that should be it. I'll let you guys know what happens and post whatever. And definitely watch the new video. How many times I have to tell you? Watch the new video, guys. I appreciate it if you could. Again, it needs a lot of likes and a lot of viewers to watch this video. Because this video, if you like Devil May Cry, and if you like Resident Evil, this is the one you definitely need to check out. Please watch it. It's called Massive Capcom Roadmap Leaks with Devil May Cry, Resident Evil 10, and more remakes. Definitely check out this, leaks and all that. Please, I appreciate it if you could. It really does help the channel. And it helps me too because it's not getting too much viewers. Let's just say that. Algorithm pretty much fucked me over. So let's actually say to the algorithm, fuck you, and we're going to mess you up because this one is going to go out of the algorithm and it's going to be like, whoa, where did this come from? This is doing better than I expected because guess what? I have a passionate fan base too. And a lot of people are like what I have to say and they come and see each week what I have to say and talk about things. Even if they don't talk, if they talk, doesn't matter. People rewatch these videos. And I appreciate that. All of you guys rewatching. That's awesome. Okay, guys. I'm going to head out. Have a good one all. I'm going to end this. Have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Are you not entertained?